The best advice if you want to start your own business is to embark on a venture that has to do with something you love. Warawit Siripark has done exactly that. As a passionate consumer of skincare and aromatherapy products, the young entrepreneur often found himself frustrated by his allergy to synthetic perfumes. So Warawit decided to create his own premium products that he himself would enjoy using. Despite his background in the commerce industry working in New York as a business analysis consultant, Warawit decided to change his career path to pursue a dream. He launches his Panpuri products in 2003 using their natural and organic ingredients as a point of difference.
You said that you had passion towards all the aromas and the fragrances. How long was that? Was it when you were very young?
As far as I can remember, I think particularly dating back to the time that I was working as a consultant, a management consultant. It's a very stressful life, a very stressful job. I was working, flying all the time,
Yes.
Working like 12, 15 hours a day. And I think the only time I had for myself was, my little time when I take a shower or whatever. And it's a small indulgence you can have every day. And it did lift me up,
It's like aromatherapy.
Mentally. Exactly. So I always, and when I was working in New York, there was a Sephora store very close by to work.
With lots of makeup and everything.
Exactly. And before I go home every day, I would just, if I get really stressed, I would just go into Sephora and then pick a bottle of, shower gel or lotion or whatever. And that's, that doesn't cost you much, and it makes you happy.
Pampering yourself a little.
Yeah, just a little bit each day.
You often also travel around in the world when you do your business trips.
Right.
And you buy products as well to give to your friends as souvenirs.
Sure.
What do you buy? I heard that it's also fragrances, right?
Yes, I think I couldn't be a good brand maker, a brand owner, if I'm not an avid shopper myself. So I always search for skincare, bath and body, aromatherapy products, no matter where I go in the world. I enjoy discovering new brands, niche brands, and I just get excited with what other people are doing, and it's also a source of inspiration. And I think trying out different scents, for me, helps to capture the moment of my travel. So if I go somewhere and I discover a particular scent, it will remind me of the time that I was there. So I like to buy, aromatherapy products or scented products back home.
Panpuri is made with the highest standards possible using mostly imported ingredients. The brand has won numerous awards in Thailand and internationally. According to Warawit, jasmine is the most famous scent for his products. The flower also has a personal meaning for him.
Jasmine actually is one of my favorite products. I have a personal tie with jasmine. My grandmother used to grow jasmine flowers, jasmine trees in her house. And when I was young, every time I go there, I'll get to drink scented water with jasmine flower.
Wow.
So for me, it has a very personal meaning. So when we try to create this collection, we search throughout the world actually for the right kind of jasmine essential oils. And again, unfortunately, Thailand doesn't have jasmine essential oils. So we were able to get our jasmine from India and from France.
Before Panpuri, Warawit was living the corporate high life. An excellent graduate with a degree in economics, he landed a job at Deloitte Thailand before being transferred to Hong Kong and later the company's headquarters in New York. He says that's where all the fun began, rubbing shoulders with the best of the best on Wall Street. Then the horrific 9/11 tragedy changed his whole perspective in life.
I was actually working for Morgan Stanley at the time, and I've moved into the office in the World Trade Center building because my office is actually not there. It's across the road. But because we were working closely with our clients and we had to implement some important projects or steps we moved into the building, and during that day on 9/11,
You were supposed to work there.
I was actually there too.
No
I was
way.
actually there. We had a big meeting in the morning. Luckily, we were on the 5th floor
At World Trade Center.
at World Trade Center. We would have been on 63rd otherwise. I mean, the day before, the night before, I was working on 63rd floor. That's where our office was. We moved on to the 5th floor because of the big meeting. Everyone was coming from all over the US to have that meeting. And so luckily, we were able to escape unharmed.
So when the incident happened, you were stuck inside.
Yeah, we were like, I was like, it was above my head,
So
basically.
what happened when it happened? You ran out, or
We
were
ran
you-
out. We ran out.
It was on time.
And we didn't know what happened, right? No one knew at that minute that what actually was going on until a while, I guess.
So what did you
until-
feel? You heard like a big bang, or
You heard a big bang, and it was a big shake above your head. It
Yes.
felt like someone dropped a huge piece of furniture above your head. And then the next minute, I looked out the room, and you saw it was white all over. It was
Dust,
dust and paper flying around, and so we knew something was wrong.
So how did you feel when you're in?
It was like being in a movie scene, actually. It was surreal. I mean, no one knew what to do. You couldn't make a phone call. Everything was jammed,
Yes.
and you didn't know where to go. So we ended up gathering at one of our friends' house and watch the news, watch the CNN, and that's when it hit home that, oh my God,
Yes.
what actually happened. And then I guess from that day, my perspective has changed about life in general. I was
Yes.
very, if anything, before that, I was very corporate. I was very set. I was going to go to an Ivy League school. I want to do an MBA, and I want to maybe come out and be a partner at the firm. A very predictable life still.
Workaholic?
Workaholic. I was working very much, and I still do now, but in a different way. So after that, 9/11, I realized that I needed to do something that I enjoy and I feel passionate about right now, like this very minute, because your assumption, I think all of us always work on the assumption that there will always be tomorrow for you to do things. And then when 9/11 came along, that assumption has changed for me.
That you have to start
Right,
early.
because tomorrow might not exist.
Opening a new chapter in life, Borowit went to study luxury goods management in Milan on a scholarship. During his course, he had the opportunity to undertake a small project with Gucci and made a presentation for Armani for his thesis. His study and his experience with the Italian art of living inspired the creation of Panpuri.
คุณวรวิทย์คะ you created Panpuri. What does Panpuri mean?
Okay, Panpuri is actually comes from two Sanskrit words. The first word is panya, which means wisdom. In Thai, it's panya. It means wisdom, awakening of the senses of the mind. And Puri is actually a city, a holy city in the southern part of India, where Hindu people go to purify themselves. There's a big ritual there every year.
Yes.
In English, it's very close to purify, and it has a lot of other meanings in other languages. Like in Indonesian, it means palace. In Korean, it has a connotation of untying what's been tied, therefore suggesting a solution. So Panpuri together means solutions and beauty from inside, from perspective towards the world. It has almost that abstract meaning a bit.
Oh, what a beautiful meaning, and also very exotic at the same time.
Correct. We try to be philosophical about it. I think our culture is very close to Buddhism, and our name and Thai language is rooted from Sanskrit language. So when we establish Panpuri, we try to stay true to our roots.
Not just a brand creator, Borowit actually uses his own products. This home ambience collection has won numerous awards worldwide. Borowit particularly loves the jasmine-scented candle.
I have this lit up in my office a lot of time, and I love the glass. I always collect vintage glass. So when we created this collection, I wanted the glass that housed the candle to reflect that kind of vintage feeling.
smells so beautiful
Yes,
too.
and it contains our signature jasmine scent, which is very famous among our customers. This collection received an award from Maison Objet Fair in Paris. Maison Objet is one of the most famous fairs in the world for home decorative products. And we were lucky to receive this award last year when we presented this collection in Paris for the first time. So this collection, including the room diffuser, the candle, and room mist, all got an award. And recently, and it will be announced in September, we also received another award from New York.
Oh, congratulations.
It's a Penta, thank you. It's a Penta award. Again, it's a packaging design award at the international level. So this collection, again, has received that award.
So not only do they give like beautiful fragrances and aroma for the house, but they are good like decorating items
Yes,
as well.
and that's our aim actually, because the way we see it, besides the product itself that creates beautiful aroma, you know, the packaging also helps to enrich your living space. It's a decorative item. So we want to make sure that whatever you put in your living room or your bedroom, your office, has to please the eyes as well as your sense.
And
Yeah.
this candle can last for more
Up to
than-
90 hours.
Wow.
Yes.
What are some of your specific like products that you love to use?
My
yes.
favorite, which I actually use every day, is our facial collection.
Oh,
we
no
have,
wonder you have a very nice
Thank you.
skin.
We have a concentrate here. It's called antioxidant concentrate. And this one, as the name would have it, it's very concentrated with jasmine extract. It has 5 different kind of berries, very rich in antioxidant properties. So I use it a little bit in the morning and before I go to bed.
Just a few drops?
Yeah, just a few drops, and I feel that it helps to
Quinsan
brighten my
Q10.
face a bit, and it just keeps the skin smooth and soft.
So it's like a serum.
Yeah, it's like a serum basically.
Then
yeah.
you use some other moisturizers.
Because men's skin in general is a bit more oily than women's, so for me that one is enough, just alone. But obviously if you have a drier skin,
Yeah, like
I would
for me.
recommend moisturizer on top of that.
It has been 8 years on this journey, and Warawit continues to work towards a brighter future. 2 years ago, Panpuri introduced its spa service, the Panpuri Organic Spa, with branches in Bangkok, Madrid, and Sydney. Going forward, the brand is planning to soon introduce a range of new designs, offering their high-quality products in more sophisticated packaging. Not only that, the company is also participating in a program with the European Union to develop the products to meet stringent qualifications and certify Panpuri as truly natural and organic. And if it succeeds, Panpuri will be the first Thai brand to receive that certification.